Alright guys, so this is the brand new Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. Right now I'm shooting with the front camera, and in this comparison I will show you if the camera has really changed in the past 3 years. So I'll be comparing the S23 Ultra against the S22 Ultra, the S21 Ultra and the S20 Ultra. So many people say the cameras aren't really evolving all that much in the past few years, so we'll put this to the test right now and see if there's really a significant change that you should care about. So watch on and see if there is such a difference. And shout out to Anker, they have some great new chargers and are sponsoring a portion of this video. So if we pause the video right here, just notice how the older S20, S21 and S22 Ultra kind of have the brighter areas blown out. The new S23 Ultra actually preserves the color of the skies, so it's a big improvement in dynamic range. And also just look at the colors. My jacket has a bit of a yellow hue on the S20 Ultra. The S21 Ultra has just a ridiculous amount of contrast. The S22 Ultra is better, but the S23 Ultra nails the colors just right. Oh, and by the way, did you notice the very poor video stabilization on the S20 and the S21? Just look at the wobble at the top of the picture. It's really bad on the older models. And then also the background on the S22 Ultra, it's slightly blurry, while the S23 Ultra has a tack sharp. Now, if there's one thing I dislike about the S23 Ultra, however, that is the slightly pale skin tones. I prefer the warmer skin tones on the S22 Ultra, but for all else, video quality definitely has improved a good deal. Next up, jumping to the selfies, you can also see the improvement. The S20 Ultra has trouble with dynamic range. Look at those blown out skies. And that was fixed in the S21 Ultra. Then it, however, had too much contrast, which again, as you can see, is fixed on the S22 Ultra. And finally, the S22 Ultra had trouble getting the colors right, and the S23 Ultra fixes that as well, as it's the only one to get the color of my jacket right. Also notice just how much sharper the S23 Ultra front camera is. You can really see it on a bigger screen like a laptop. So yeah, front camera pictures, the S22 Ultra also gets our thumbs up. We can see that things are indeed improving and not standing still. But what about the main camera? First, I have to say I really like just the styling of the camera on the S23 Ultra. Each lens floats on its own, has a large metal ring to protect the glass. It's a really clean look. And while all three previous Ultra models have a 108 megapixel sensor, the S23 Ultra makes the jump to a larger and more capable 200 megapixel main camera sensor. But all the rest of the specs have kind of remained mostly the same. But what about the main camera images in real life? Do we have the same kind of improvements as with the selfies? You can kind of see how the cameras have evolved on this image. The S20 Ultra looks quite neutral. Then jumping to the S21 Ultra, it almost seems like we have a clarity effect applied to the image, and colors have also lost their vibrancy. And next up with the S22 Ultra, we have these super vivid, unreal colors. But one issue here is that detail around the edges is lost and appears muddy. And finally, the S23 Ultra actually takes a step back with the colors, and look at that, the issue with the muddy detail is now fixed, which is great news. And just before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel here, PhoneArena, as we have more exciting videos on the way. Alright, so looking through a few daytime photos, I'd say that most of them look great, but you can see the slightly better colors on the S23 Ultra throughout, which just again shows that the cameras are not standing still. So let's pause it right here and look at this picture. Notice again the quite realistic colors on the S20 Ultra. Then the S21 Ultra photo looks slightly different than the S22 Ultra, which has the most vibrant look with saturated colors. And look at the S23 Ultra. It seems like there is a yellowish tint to the whole image. And that's really strange, and it is one issue that we never had before. And here are a few more shots where you can see this problem. We hope it can be fixed with an update. And here are a few more shots. We noticed that sometimes the new S23 Ultra would shoot a darker exposure during the day. And finally, let's take a closer look at detail in general on all four phones, and you can definitely see the new S23 Ultra has a fair bit of excessive sharpening compared to the previous phones. You probably won't notice that when you look at the pictures on your phone, but if you look at them on a laptop or a bigger screen, you can definitely notice this. So this is a video sample shot with the Galaxy S20 Ultra. So this is a video sample captured with the Galaxy S21 Ultra. So this is a video sample captured with the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. And this is a video sample captured with the Galaxy S23 Ultra. And did you also spot that change in detail from the S21 Ultra to the S22 Ultra? Now it's really noticeable to me. It almost looks like Samsung applied a clarity effect. The softer detail actually looks better in my opinion. And this is 10 times video zoom. 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 But the 10x zoom footage is absolutely incredible. Samsung improves the stabilization every year, but for the first time, it almost seems like the S23 Ultra is on a tripod. It's a huge change. Samsung says that the biggest change with that new 200 megapixel sensor is in nighttime photos. And just look at these night shots. You can immediately see the change. The S23 Ultra photo is just so much more vibrant. This sundial at night also looks cleaner, you get more color, a nice gradient in the sky. It's a better shot. Notice how lights used to have a bit of an unnatural glow previously on the older phones, not anymore with the S23 Ultra, as it gets rid of a lot of the flaring. So again, we have progress here as well. Alright guys, so this is a nighttime video recording test. Alright guys, so this is a nighttime video recording test with the Galaxy S21 Ultra. Alright guys, so this is a nighttime video recording test with the Galaxy S22 Ultra. Alright guys, so this is a nighttime video recording test with the Galaxy S23 Ultra. And as you can see in these recordings, the S20 Ultra is practically useless at night. It has a ton of noise, greenish colors, it's just bad. The S21 Ultra is a big step up, and then the S22 and the S23 actually polish the look. Video stabilization is also noticeably worse on the older phones. As for zoom photos, the S23 Ultra brings out a lot more natural colors, and while detail has not improved a lot from the last generation, the colors do make a significant difference. Alright, next up, the ultra-wide camera. Not much new to say here. The processing is basically the same as with the main camera, richer colors, but occasionally images are a bit underexposed. Now in low light we see the gradual improvement with every new phone, but especially the S23 Ultra, which looks just much cleaner, removes the flaring better, and has a better dynamic range too. So speaking of the latest Samsung Galaxy phones, you probably know that they don't have a charger included in the box, and here's where video sponsor Anker comes in. In the past few days, I have used their 25-watt Anker 312 charger, which works great with the smaller Galaxy S23 version, and also the new 45-watt Anker 313 charger, which is perfect for the Galaxy S23 Ultra and the S23 Plus, which both support those faster charging speeds. And as you can see right here, the moment I plug in the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra to the Anker 313, it shows Super Fast Charging 2.0, which is Samsung's fastest smartphone charging standard. And just notice how small the 45-watt Anker 313 is. It really is tiny, it has folding prongs so it's easy to carry around. So if you don't want to carry Samsung's own quite huge 45-watt charger, this is a great alternative. And they're perfectly safe with 10 layers of protection, which is definitely reassuring. So don't miss out on these great chargers, the 25-watt Anker 312 and the 45-watt Anker 313, and you can find some great deals for both of them in the description to this video. So let's sum things up. The new Galaxy S23 Ultra has improved in the following ways. First, the front camera is more stable, it's sharper and has better colors. The main camera has fixed the corner sharpness issue from the S22 Ultra. Video recording has better colors. Zoom video stabilization is now simply incredible on the S23 Ultra, and nighttime photos have more vibrant colors. However, while it's mostly good news, there are a few new issues on the S23 Ultra. Firstly, some images are a bit underexposed and some others have a yellow tint to them. And then again, the processing has changed and sharpness is exaggerated on this phone, and this can look bad when you look at the pictures on a bigger screen. But that's about it with the issues, and the S23 Ultra is a really solid camera. To all the people who doubt that smartphone cameras change much, I hope this video has been helpful to show you just how much exactly has improved throughout the years, and I personally think we do have improvements in practically all use cases, and in 4 years we can see some huge changes have happened. So what do you think? Do you find the improvements in the S23 Ultra enough? And what features would you like to see Samsung implement in the future? I'm looking forward to your comments. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss future videos. My name is Vic. Thanks for sticking with us until the end, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.